Rolly Romero stopped, and I say stopped in inverted commas, Ismael Barroso on the weekend in the 9th round. Now, Romero was dropped earlier on in the fight, and he was behind on all three judges' scorecards at the time of the quote-unquote stoppage. This was one of the worst stoppages I've seen in recent memory, and it's a real bad look for Rolly Romero because he was in there against Barroso, a guy who is 40 years old, looks about 175 years old, let's be real, if you look at his face. Man looks like Mum-Ra from the Thundercats. Even his body looks mad old. But he was piecing Rolly up in there. Barroso is no B-hop. This is a guy who got stopped by Anthony Crolla back in the days. He's always had pop though, I'll give him that. Even at this advanced age, there's still some mustard on those shots. So he was old man in Rolly in there. The judges were actually doing a good job because all three of them had Barroso ahead going into the 9th. David Sutherland had it 77-74 for Barroso. Steve Weisfeld had it 78-73. It's only Tim Cheatham who had it close, 76-75. But Tony Weeks, a man who looks like he's stuck in the 1980s, waved this fight off after several missed punches from Rolly Romero. Didn't connect on Barroso at all in that sequence. Weeks steps in, stops it, saves Romero from an embarrassing defeat. Shocking stuff. Weeks, of course, refused to be interviewed. Hot-tailed it out of there. This guy should never referee again for the rest of his life. But I'm sure he'll pop up next weekend or next month. So Romero takes the vacant WBA World Super Lightweight title. He's apparently going to have to defend against O'Hara Davis. According to Tunde Ajayi, Davis stopped Rolly Romero in sparring many, many years ago. This is before Davis had even turned pro. If that's true, it doesn't bode well for Rolly. Many people have written O'Hara Davis off over the years. I remember when he lost to Josh Taylor, people were saying, he's garbage, he's rubbish, he'll never win a world title. But go back and listen to what I was saying. I didn't write him off. There are British fighters like Darren Barker, no disrespect, who won world titles. So why can't O'Hara win one? He's a good puncher. He's still relatively young. When he lost to Josh Taylor, there are 4 world title belts per division. You might get a shot at a vacant belt, a regular belt, or you might get to fight a weak champion. Rolly Romero, pretty weak champion, right? So this is a good opportunity for O'Hara Davis if the fight happens. I'm assuming it will. Romero, of course, is talking about fighting another Davis in Javante. That'll be a rematch. And yes, his performance against Tank doesn't look so bad in light of Ryan Garcia's performance against him. But as the old adage goes, you're only as good as your last fight. And Romero did not look good against Barroso at all. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below about the horrendous stoppage, Romero's performance, and how you think a fight would go between him and O'Hara Davis.